Hello everyone, hello. I decided to make a video today. It's been a little while since I posted the last updated video, but I did just want to come in and give you all some of my heartfelt advice. There is a lot going on in the world right now, and for whatever reason, there's folks that want to turn a blind eye to it and assume or say that there's nothing really much going on, but there's a lot going on. To food shortages and prices, to war across the entire nation. If you all didn't know, I will update you really quick that North Korea threw a missile day before yesterday, threw a missile that nearly reached the U.S. This is major because obviously we do not want in this country any type of catastrophe. We've been through that already. Now Poland itself, because of the last missile that landed onto Poland land, which is NATO land, they're concerned, even though what they have posted in the news is that it was a mistake by Ukrainians that were trying to knock down or block a Russian missile. So they're kind of blowing the things over, which in reality, it's not a blowover. This is something to be concerned about, especially when we have everything else going on and North Korea throwing missiles that could have potentially hit the U.S. the other day. It's very important and urgent that each and every one of you all that are watching these videos, there's many videos online, but it's up to you as the individual to take whatever information that is important or needed and put it all together with your own information and not just go based off of one thing. So I do urge you all to click on other videos and put all the information together, be as prepared and vigilant as you can, because unfortunately there's a lot of last minute things that happen, and then you end up finding yourself trying to scramble, whether or not that's for food, whether or not that's for material, whether or not that's things for just as simple as making fire to be able to cook your food. So these are things that you don't want to scramble with. And a lot of folks tend to scramble with these things, even including myself. There are a lot of things that I'm not even halfway prepared for right now, but I've had to scramble and do things at the last minute for not being prepared. So that's why I'm telling you guys ahead of time. Please do what you need to do. Do your due diligence. Pay attention to what's going on, and everything that you do, make sure that you're giving thanks to the good Lord above, because as you all know, and if you didn't know, I've been very surprised lately these days how many people are not aware of what's going on or can care a flying J, but they should, because all of these things could affect your family, down to water, food, light. Everything can affect all of us. We're not immune to this stuff. We're not invisible. And the last thing you want to have is to be hungry and not be able to have food for your family or even have food for your stomach. Remember that our bodies operate on having some type of energy, and when you don't have energy, you really don't want to do anything at all. Especially if you're an older person who may suffer from pain, or you may suffer from different medication that you have to take. Well, right now there's a shortage of amoxicillin. There's a shortage of antibiotics. That is major. The hospitals right now have a shortage of antibiotics. That means that when you go out, everybody needs to bundle up. Don't think that it's summertime just because the weather gets a little bit warmer. Make sure you have on your hat, your gloves, your scarf, 2 jackets, 2 pairs of pants, whatever it is. Bundle up. It's important. You don't want things to happen that could be pre-avoided. Everything that happens in life is a trickling effect. And everything that you do has a cause and effect. So if you don't bundle up, the effect of that will be you getting sick. You ending up in a hospital. There's no medication right now, barely in a hospital for infections. And who was the cause of that? It will be your own self, if you don't take the measures that you need to take in order to keep you and your family sick. This is very important. Very, very important. And ladies, if there are things that you don't know how to make from scratch, I would urge you so much to start learning how to make things from scratch. You do not want to be dependent on the store bread because you don't know how to bake your own bread. Even if you only had fire and you were in the middle of the woods, but you had a little something, you got to know how to survive, right? You got to know how to cook it. You might even have to know how to kill it and open it up and eat it and clean it, whether or not that's fish, meat, whatever the case may be. This is so important, you guys. It is so much going on. I know it's overwhelming and nobody really wants to think about it. And even in World War II, people will listen to music and everything because they'll try everything that they could ever try to forget about the reality of what's going on. But those same folks that decided to forget, those are the same folks that were caught in the Blitz, the same folks that were caught and died at the last minute because they weren't paying attention where those missiles were going to hit, even though they were on the radio. They weren't paying attention. It wasn't of their concern. They knew it was important. They knew it was scary, but it wasn't fully of their concern. Well, history is repeating itself, and it has repeated itself a lot of times. So, please, decide, act, pay attention, and do your due diligence. Because everybody eats its own. And matter of fact, I'll throw this one in just for last but not least. Arizona, the Rio Grande in Arizona, I believe, yes, Rio Grande area, just watched today that their water is going to be getting cut off in the next few weeks because there's no more water due to climate change in their area. If you're on the west side, you know there's a major drought. The biggest drought in history is happening right now in Arizona and all the way down through Mexico. People are going to be without water. So not only is climate change affecting this, this is another cause and effect thing. You know what's happening. You're aware of it. Now you got to do something about it. Make sure you prepare your gallons of water. For an example, our water was turned off temporarily. Well, still off temporarily. Victor's fixing that right now. But our water was turned off because we are on a campground and we don't want the water to freeze. But I had already had some bottles of water that managed to carry us over for a day and a half because I had already pre-planned ahead of time. What if we don't have water? Are we going to have a little bit? What if? So I need you all to start planning the what if. Not the, oh, I can or I will at the moment. It's the what if and plan now. World War III is on a horizon. Whether or not we like it or not, we are not working within the government. Maybe you are. Maybe you are politics or government that may be watching this video. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of folks that work in the government buildings and work in the Pentagon and stuff that are my tax clients. I work with a lot of people who are going through issues right now and make a lot of money and still can't get through. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I tell people sometimes it's better to be poor than to have money. More money, more problems. So anyhows, I won't continue to talk to you all anymore right now in this video, so I don't draw you guys out and you guys won't be super bored because I usually don't load up long videos like this. But have a beautiful day. Have a blessed day. Take care of your families. Pay attention to what's going on and don't keep your eyes closed. Stay awake and focus because things are hitting the fan and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Have a beautiful and blessed day, you all. Have a good one.